Talk to Andrew Morton, talk to Tom Bauer. All of these people that have written books about her have been like, it's a struggle to get to the truth of who this female was before she meets Prince Harry, because she's reinvented herself so many times throughout the last 44 years.
Let's be honest, if public drama was a sport, Meghan would have been crowned the undisputed champ by now. Every time royal gossip starts cooling down, her name just pops right back up like that one notification you swore you turned off. And this week, reports claim she's seriously losing her patience because royal biographer Andrew Lownie somehow dragged her name into a mess she swears she had nothing to do with. Here's the wild part. Lownie wasn't even writing about her. His focus was on another royal's complicated drama, but somehow, Meghan's name slipped into the mix like unwanted bad luck. Her team's been racing to control the damage, firing off statements left and right, begging for some major privacy please vibes before the story spreads even further. Now, you'd think after all the interviews, projects, and endless headlines, she'd be used to this chaos by now. But this time, it's hitting harder than usual because the story isn't coming from her side. Nope, it's coming straight from someone the royal circle actually respects. And that makes this whole situation way more explosive than anyone expected. Now the tension's climbing fast and the spotlight on Meghan is blazing hotter than ever. She didn't start this storm, but she sure can't stop it either. And honestly, the real shocker here isn't even what the author wrote. It's what her reaction might be saying about how fragile her carefully rebuilt image really is. This isn't about evidence or direct accusations anymore. It's about perception, connections, and how certain names somehow keep circling back whenever people start digging into those royal influence networks. Every time someone looks closer, her name pops up again like a shadow that won't fade. And who could have predicted this would all spark from such a quiet book release? No fancy promo, no viral interviews, just a historian casually dropping some seriously heavy info. But within hours, the gossip world exploded. Suddenly, Meghan's name appeared in a section no one saw coming, hidden inside a deep dive on royal power circles tied to a completely different figure. And let's be clear, Andrew Lownie isn't just another loud voice chasing clout. He's respected, and that's exactly why this whole situation feels way more dangerous for Meghan's public image. He's the kind of author who doesn't just write, he digs. We're talking archives, private letters, rare documents, stuff most reporters never even get close to. His book, The Rise and Fall of the House of York, was supposed to break down the downfall of a royal branch tangled in years of controversy. But instead of quiet academic buzz, it lit the internet on fire. The second readers spotted Meghan's name tucked inside those pages. Social media went off like fireworks. Suddenly, everyone was talking, blogs, TikTok voices, royal watchers asking the same thing. Why is her name even in there? Within hours, the spotlight that was meant for someone else swung straight onto Meghan. That's how fast things twist online. One mention, and boom, the entire narrative flips before anyone can blink. Here's the wildest part. Andrew Lownie never accused Meghan of anything, not once. But in today's click-hungry world, reactions always outrun the facts. Just the presence of her name was enough to send people into overdrive, spinning theories and chasing connections that might not even exist. The book itself wasn't about blame. It was about how influence quietly moves behind closed doors. Who knows who shows up where, who's seen on the guest lists. It's all about proximity, not guilt. Yet, somehow, Meghan's name turned that calm analysis into pure digital chaos overnight. Once Meghan's name slipped into that royal rumor ecosystem, any chance for nuance disappeared fast. Headlines went wild, hot takes started flooding in, and by morning the gossip machine was running full speed again. The focus quietly shifted away from the long-standing royal controversies and zeroed right in on Meghan's supposed frustration. And that twist, that's where things start getting really interesting. Because to understand how she even got pulled into this mess, you've got to look at the royal figure who's been swimming in controversy for years. This other royal has practically become the family's biggest headache, losing rank, losing respect, and watching that once bulletproof public image crumble piece by piece. And that downfall, that's exactly what Andrew Lownie was trying to spotlight in his book. His work isn't built on gossip or internet whispers. It's built on patterns, real ones, showing how the same names, events, and connections keep bumping into each other inside those elite royal circles like a glitch that just won't disappear. Lownie paints a picture of a quiet yet powerful social network orbiting one royal branch where reputation is the real currency and silence, that's the insurance policy everyone clings to. In that complex web, Meghan's name doesn't appear as someone involved. It's more like a coincidence, a name that drifted close in the wider social universe. But once that little proximity detail became public, the internet did what it always does, twisted it into something bigger. Overnight, social media started tossing around phrases like hidden ties and secret meetings, even though absolutely nothing was confirmed. But that's the thing. Online attention doesn't need proof. It feeds on theories, speed, and pure speculation. And once that fire starts burning, no one, especially not Meghan, can fully control where it spreads next. Putting Meghan's name next to a royal already drowning in controversy, that's instant digital fireworks. What Andrew Lownie meant as an analysis of one royal's crumbling reputation turned into a full-blown drama about Meghan's supposed fury instead. And if you thought that social web was messy already, just wait, because things got even wilder once a totally unverified rumor from Toronto started spinning into its own mini-series online. Here comes the infamous Toronto rumor, the internet's favorite chaotic subplot. According to the chatter, way before Meghan stepped into royal life, she allegedly crossed paths with that same controversial royal figure while living in Canada. Back in 2013, she was filming Suits in Toronto, balancing her lifestyle brand, posting motivational quotes, and building her career, while that royal was traveling around for official duties. Then, out of nowhere, someone decided they must have met. No evidence, no photos, not even a blurry paparazzi shot, just pure internet imagination running on overdrive. But of course, that didn't stop critics and supporters from turning it into a full-on mystery plot. Suddenly, social media detectives were drawing maps, connecting dots, and acting like they'd cracked some royal spy case. One dinner here, one event there, boom, secret meeting unlocked became the new online chant. Meanwhile, Meghan said absolutely nothing. No confirmations, no denials, total silence. And in today's world, that silence only made people talk louder. But her silence, it only made the noise explode. Every time Meghan doesn't respond, people start assuming there's something she's hiding, even when there's nothing there at all. The wildest part is how the theories keep getting bigger, bolder, and more dramatic with zero proof. That's her strange reality. She doesn't have to say or do a thing, yet the drama finds her anyway, like it's magnetically pulled straight to her name. And if that Toronto rumor already sounded like a circus, buckle up. Because the next chapter moves straight to New York, and things only get louder. Suddenly, Meghan's name was popping up across Manhattan's elite social scene. Upscale parties, fashion week events, high-end charity galas, sleek rooftop dinners, you name it, she was there. Cameras flashing, whispers flying, and her every move turning into a talking point overnight. Every photo looked perfectly timed, caught off guard, yet somehow completely flawless. People in those circles even started joking that Meghan wasn't just mingling, she was masterminding. They said she was strategically building visibility, like someone preparing for a major opportunity before it even showed up. She wasn't just being social, she was playing the long game. One moment, she'd be chatting with someone powerful behind the scenes in fashion, and the next, she'd be seen near the edges of actual royal circles, always just one snapshot away from setting off headlines. Say whatever you want, but one thing's clear, she understood angles, both the camera kind and the career kind. And honestly, New York ate it up. She walked straight into that Hollywood meets high society dream like she was born for it, slipping past velvet ropes and exclusive guest lists with the confidence of someone who already belonged. Some tabloids called it effortless charm, while online critics claimed it looked a little too calculated.
Do you think Meghan studied the royal family? And do you also think she saw a blueprint to get rich fast, like Sarah Ferguson?
Yes, I mean, she's very similar, Meghan and Fergie. I mean, they are, I describe them as Rebecca Sharps from Vanity Fair, sharp elbows. They have a superficial charm. They're pretty wily, manipulative. But yes, they're ambitious and they're greedy. They want a lifestyle.
Either way, Meghan kept stacking connections like she was curating a luxury collection, each one chosen carefully, intentionally, and always with the bigger picture in sight. That's when the whispers started growing louder. She's climbing. She's aiming higher. She's already perfecting that royal wave. And maybe she was, because only a few years later, she went from rooftop soirees to palace gates. That's a massive transformation. But here's the twist. The New York crowd never forgets. The same people who watched her rise are now the ones spilling stories about how everything played out behind closed doors. When people started wondering who helped her move from those elite Manhattan circles to actual royal introductions, one name kept surfacing again and again. Because behind every major social leap, there's always someone quietly opening doors. And that's where the story starts to get complicated. Every glamorous social climb has that one person who seems to be everywhere. The friend who's always at the right dinner, the right after party, the right red carpet photo. For Meghan, many point to Marcus Anderson, a seriously well-connected insider with ties across entertainment, fashion, and global high society. He knew exactly which strings to pull and which rooms to walk her into. And according to whispers, he might have been the key that helped turn her from Hollywood starlet into someone on the royal radar. Marcus had a reputation for making introductions happen fast, smooth, effortless, almost like magic. And Meghan, she knew exactly how to turn those sudden moments into golden opportunities. Events that once seemed untouchable were suddenly on her calendar. Exclusive charity galas, secret brunches, polished London gatherings, you name it. Some called it friendship, others called it elite-level networking. But no matter the label, the outcome was clear. Doors opened and she walked right through with confidence. While the public mostly saw an actress posting lifestyle tips and uplifting quotes, behind the scenes, Meghan was building an empire. Every move, every photo, every handshake, it all fed into a larger plan. Her images looked effortless, but that rise, nothing about it was random. It was precision dressed up as spontaneity. And Marcus, he wasn't just in the background, he was right there beside her. Laughing in photos, leaning in during quiet conversations, showing up at all the right events. If Meghan was the headline, Marcus was the invisible connection line running just beneath it. So when people started whispering about who might have opened those elite doors for her, his name floated back up again and again. Coincidence? Maybe, but not everyone's convinced. Even Meghan's warm, charming public energy came wrapped in strategy, a careful mix of sincerity and ambition. And that strategy? It was about to pay off big time. Because the next part of this story doesn't unfold in a ballroom or on a red carpet. It heads straight to a tropical paradise, where quiet whispers would soon explode into full-scale gossip mayhem. Jamaica, 2017, sun blazing, cocktails flowing, luxury all around, and the rumor mill spinning faster than a blender at happy hour. It was supposed to be a chill private wedding getaway, but the second Meghan Markle showed up, everything flipped. Suddenly, it wasn't just a celebration. It was the Meghan Show, Island Edition. Forget the bride for a moment. Every camera lens was aimed straight at her. She walked in like she owned the whole resort, outfit on point, every move perfectly timed, that effortless caught-off-guard pose ready for the flash. Guests whispered that she carried herself less like someone's plus one and more like the star attraction. A few even joked that she looked like she was rehearsing for a very different walk down the aisle, the one lined with royal crests and maybe even a few corgis. Then came the twist that sent the internet into meltdown. Rumors started swirling that a certain controversial royal might have been nearby. No photos, no proof, nothing concrete. But that didn't stop social media from erupting. Overnight, a quiet beach wedding turned into what felt like a royal crossover episode nobody asked for, but everyone couldn't stop watching. And while official sources stayed totally silent, Meghan's name was suddenly back on trending lists worldwide. Not just for her outfit, but for the whispers about who she was supposedly keeping company with. One tropical weekend, and just like that, she was back at the center of the storm again. You've got to hand it to her. Meghan has a talent for turning a simple getaway into a full-blown global headline faster than most influencers can drop a new product line. Drama follows her like a shadow, complete with SPF and designer sunglasses. And just when it seems like the gossip tide might finally calm down, boom, another rumor from across the world pulls her name right back into the chaos. Fast forward to 2021, a wild, unpredictable year for everyone, and somehow Meghan's trending again. But this time, it wasn't about a big interview, a streaming deal, or another palace expose. Nope, this one had a legal twist. Online whispers claimed she might get dragged into an ongoing courtroom drama involving another royal figure. Overnight, Twitter turned into Royal Law and Order VIP edition, and everyone wanted a front row seat. According to speculation, Meghan was allegedly close to being called in for a deposition. And just like that, social media lost its mind. Memes exploded, think pieces flooded timelines, and people started predicting courtroom monologues worthy of an award. But in the end, the grand trial moment everyone expected never came. No subpoenas, no testimony, not even a glitchy Zoom call with bad lighting. Just smoke, mirrors, and a tidal wave of online chaos. And Meghan? She didn't say a word. No denials, no clarifications, not even a close friend speaking out on her behalf. Total silence. And in the world of celebrity gossip, silence hits harder than any statement because the less she says, the louder everyone else talks. Her PR team must have been dizzy trying to keep up. One minute, Meghan's almost being pulled into a courtroom, and the next, she's back online talking about mindfulness, self-care, and scented candles. She switches lanes faster than a politician mid-debate. But if you thought that courtroom buzz was the peak of the chaos, oh, just wait. Because what came next sent the internet into overdrive. YouTubers, so-called royal insiders, and social media commentators went full throttle, spinning every scrap of information into viral gold. It was pure digital mayhem. Just when it seemed like things might calm down, the online storm hit an entirely new level. Every smile, every handshake, every casual dinner caught on camera suddenly became proof of something bigger. Meghan's life wasn't just headline material anymore. It had become a full-blown narrative war. At this point, every step she took looked like a strategic chess move, analyzed, dissected, and debated by millions. Even when the courtroom rumors died down, gossip outlets needed new drama to chew on, and Meghan's reemergence gave them exactly what they were hungry for. From Fashion Week after parties to exclusive charity galas, she once again became the camera's main focus, the star everyone wanted to capture. No matter where she went, the flashbulbs followed, proving that when it comes to attention, Meghan doesn't chase the spotlight. It finds her every single time. People weren't just watching Meghan anymore. They were mapping her moves like digital detectives, trying to chart her entire social game plan. Every new photo sparked theories. Every guest list became a guessing game about who she'd mingle with next. And of course, the speculation didn't stop with her immediate circle. Any name connected to her suddenly turned into its own potential headline, just waiting to explode online. Her approach? Absolute silence. A masterclass in restraint. Instead of clapping back or clearing things up, she let the noise grow louder all on its own. The internet did the heavy lifting. Social media sleuths built timelines, guessed at secret meetings, and debated how she'd gone from TV actress to international headline magnet in just a few short years. The more they talked, the bigger her presence became, because in today's digital world, attention is power, and Meghan had it by the truckload. Meanwhile, those who had been close to her rise, friends, insiders, party regulars, were dropping just enough hints to keep the gossip bubbling. Little stories here, half-remembered anecdotes there, all feeding the public's curiosity without ever actually confirming anything. Every toast at a party, every candid smile, every arm-in-arm photo turned into a new chapter in her unofficial online saga, and the internet ate up every single piece. And at this point, it wasn't about facts anymore. It was about proximity, perception, and pure momentum. And here's the kicker. Meghan wasn't chasing the chaos. She didn't need to. The drama chased her, wherever she went. A quiet outing, a quick trip, even a simple charity event. It could turn into an international headline overnight. Like it or not, her name had become its own brand of lightning, striking again and again, no matter how quiet she tried to stay. That's the power of presence, strategy, and timing, all rolled into one unstoppable force. Meghan didn't just survive the headlines, she reprogrammed them. Every rumor, every whisper, every viral spark somehow became part of a story she managed to steer, even when the world thought it was steering her. After all the chaos, all the insider talk, and all the non-stop coverage, the real question is, what's actually going on behind the curtain? Honestly, Picture this: Meghan Markle in her California mansion, sipping a green juice, scrolling through the latest chaos, smirking a little and thinking, why can't the internet just quit me? But deep down, she knows the truth. She thrives on being the headline. Because if she didn't, we wouldn't have this endless stream of stories to talk about. She's perfected the art of controlled chaos, the kind where every time people start to forget, something new mysteriously appears. A podcast drops out of nowhere, a surprise project gets teased, or a carefully worded interview about growth and healing hits the web. Like clockwork, she knows exactly when to reappear, and she's always one calculated step ahead. She's become the queen of the comeback narrative, except now the reactions aren't always applause. They're a mix of memes, hot takes, and dramatic eye rolls flooding every platform. And the wild part? That's exactly how she likes it. Meghan doesn't waste energy fighting rumors anymore. She feeds off them. Love her or not, she's figured out the modern formula for fame. Attention pays better than approval. Every time people roast her online, her brand gets stronger. She's turned controversy into currency, chaos into content, and honestly, you've got to respect the hustle. Surviving this level of nonstop public scrutiny isn't about grace or humility anymore. It's about staying unbothered, keeping a game plan sharper than a diamond, and walking through the chaos with that undeniable main character energy. Maybe that's Meghan's real crown. Not the royal tiara she left behind, but the one she's built herself, crafted from hashtags, headlines, and Hollywood lights. Because with Meghan, the drama never truly ends. It just refreshes every 24 hours like clockwork. From Toronto to Montecito, from quiet brunch chatter to tequila-fueled party rumors, her name spins through the news cycle faster than a palace ceiling fan on full blast. And if you think that's wild, it gets even crazier when you remember that infamous moment a comedy show roasted her live on national TV. The fallout was legendary, pure chaos wrapped in sass and secondhand embarrassment that could rival any royal PR disaster. One single clip had her PR team sprinting for damage control while the internet collectively lost its mind. Comments, memes, and reaction videos flooded in by the thousands. It was entertainment overload, and once again, Meghan stood right at the center of it all. Because that's the thing about her, whether it's a tropical wedding, a glittering gala, or a viral comedy skit, Meghan somehow transforms every moment into a headline that just won't fade. It's unintentional, iconic, and utterly impossible to ignore. So, love her or question her, one truth remains. Meghan Markle doesn't just live in the spotlight, she owns it. Every trend, every whisper, every viral rumor proves the same thing. Attention isn't just something that follows her, it's her most powerful strategy. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment below. Let's keep this conversation spinning, because with Meghan, the story's never really over.